Hi gang, I wanted to take a minute here to point your attention to something in the text that we did not cover to the extent that I would have liked. I believe we only referenced it briefly in class, but it is fairly core and will be covered on the test. So it's on page 34, it starts in your text, and then it goes forward, I think, all the way through page 37 in your text. And what that is that I want you to pay attention to is what we think about as being the 5 fundamental questions that a market system engages in. Actually, the 5 fundamental questions are something that's answered by every system. It's just we want to know the questions and then answer them the way that the market system would. So I'll give you a brief lecturette that will guide you in addition to your study. So the first things first is you have to ask yourself, in a market system, how will it be answered? What will we produce? This is a supplier-oriented question, and so the answer is what will be produced is that which consumers want and allows producers to achieve their goals of being profitable. So you think about the circular flow. We as consumers want to be happy. They as suppliers want profit. So how do we interact then? We want things that they can be profitable producing. So that's the first one. The second thing then we have to ask is, how is it that in a market system we're going to produce those goods and services? Again, that speaks to the supplier's question then of what is their motivation? Well, their motivation is profit. So how will those be produced? In a way that gives them the best chance of being profitable, or in this way, we think about it as being as cheaply or in the least cost manner, using the fewest amount of resources. You keep costs down, you make what people want, you can achieve your goal of being profitable. The next one is who will get the goods and services. In the market system, we've said that who gets them is those with the willingness and ability to pay. So that question is largely answered by those with the ability to pay. How does the system accommodate change? Largely, changes occur in the system when it is recognized by the producers that they cannot be profitable anymore making a good and service. How do they recognize that? When they start to understand demand is declining. When demand declines, price declines, and that's the signal that the producers will get that they need to start changing what they produce if they want to achieve their goal of being profitable. And then lastly, how does the system promote progress? Progress largely comes in the market system through the use of technology and innovation and capital goods. Those three things in combination helps to create new products and services, to promote more efficiency, to increase productivity, and to help advance our ability to produce what people want, making them happy, using scarce resources, and developing into the future. So again, for your preparation tomorrow, make sure starting on page 34, you know what the 5 fundamental questions are, and then 35 we'll talk more about what will be produced. 36 then starts to discuss who gets it, and then 37 will finish you up by talking about how the system promotes change.